Around this time, 3 years ago, I probably would have been sitting at this very desk playing Minecraft and watching a YouTube video probably about Minecraft, and in the process of eating a whole entire big bag of Takis. And a whole entire big bag of Takis is not good. When you take a dump, it burns when you go to the bathroom afterwards. It is not fun. But eventually, about maybe a year later or something, I found self-improvement, and I was pushed into starting big. Start with a whole habit tracker with 10 things on the habit tracker. That is not how you should be doing it. You should start with one or two, maybe three things on your habit tracker when you start out. And I would assume that you are just starting out like I was when I first started out. And like I said, my mistake was that I started out big instead of small. And you also need to realize, as I have now realized now, it takes time. It takes time, and you have to stack things on top of each other, start small and go big. And the strategies that I have learned that I should have used and that you are going to use is progressive overload and progressive deload. So you start small and you progressively overload. So you progressively add things over time. And then also progressive deload. This usually is applied for addictions or bad habits that you do. You start slowly with you progressively deload, you progressively get rid of it instead of progressively adding something on, right? So you start with one day of not doing that addiction, and then you can do it the next day, and you just do it every other day. And then you go on to doing it every 2 days, and then every 3 days, and then every week, right? So that's progressive deloading, progressively getting rid of the addiction or whatever bad thing it is. And then you also have progressive overload, which is you start with one thing and you try and do it every single day, and then you add another thing and try and do it every single day, and another thing and try and do it every single day. You get the point. So you got to start small. It just takes time. And I would suggest you start with a habit tracker. And I think I actually have an example one somewhere that I made. It might be in this book. Actually, I think I ripped it out and threw it away. All right, I'll make a new one for you guys. So for your habit tracker that you're going to start out with, you're just going to simply have push-ups. And you do that we're going to have you do that for a month. It takes about 40 days to get a habit going consistently. So push-ups, and then you write the date next to it. So today is 1/25/25, right? Or you can write January 25th or whatever. And then you just put a checkbox, and then you write the next day, and then you check it off if you get it done. You're going to start with push-ups. This is how it's going to look. It's going to be like a table, right? Right? You have a table. Push-ups, the date, and then your checkboxes. And you're going to do this for a whole month. And then you're going to add on, let's say, journaling. Journal. And then you're going to start doing that every day and check it off. And then you're going to keep adding on more and more things. And hopefully I will tell you those things that you should be adding onto your habit tracker. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this, and then a part 3 and a part 4, and just tell you what you should be adding onto your habit tracker every month and how to do said thing on your habit tracker. And it'll be like a series type thing. I can make a playlist and stuff. I just had this idea live on camera, not live, but on camera. I had this idea. So start with a small habit tracker like that. Progressive overload, progressive deload. If you do have a bad habit you're doing, start with just getting rid of that habit. So don't do it for every other day, and then don't do it every 2 days, and then don't do it every 3 days. You get the point. And then you can start doing like a habit tracker and push-ups, and then add journaling, and so on and so forth. The point is, you start small and you go big, or you will perish. And in the Discord, we help each other, and we are on the path to heaven, which does feel like hell, but that is why we have the Discord, so we can help each other in there. Join the Discord in the description. Also, the path to hell feels like heaven, and it is not worth it in the end. I can tell you that. All right, go make your habit tracker. Start getting to it. Get to your push-ups or deloading your bad habits or bad habit. I love you, bro.